So today, guys, you're going to get to watch two despondent gardeners as they try and finish up a massive garden project that they completely underestimated the work involved. So you've seen the first part of this build last week, and if you haven't seen it, I do recommend you pause this video and there's a link in the description where you can go and watch part one. It'll make much more sense. But today then, we're going to watch as we are absolutely exhausted and we've still got to put the actual planter together, put it in place, level it, fill it with compost and plant it up. That's what's happening. Right, we have to line it. I hate that, that's the worst job.
Right, so in terms of these pots, that one's strawberries, so those are not going into cover corner, they're going into a bed.
So we're going that way with things. Yeah. Is there anything here that is going to get transferred into the planters?
Yes.
Like maybe the hebe?
There's the hebe, there's the azalea, there are hellebores, sweet williams, primroses. That's the chocolate cosmos, which is supposed to be perennial.
Okay.
Yeah, that pot's got aquilesias in it. This one's got a mix of aquilesias and bidens and bulbs in the bottom. This is an antirrhinum.
What's happening with this?
Well, I wasn't sure because we've seen that plant will get quite big.
And also there's cool stuff in that pot.
Yes, so there are muscari and things planted in it. So if we can find another place for that pot just to be that pot,
yeah,
then that's probably what's going to happen with that pot.
Well, we could do top of the drive just now because those pots and stuff out there are gone.
Yeah, except there's already a planter in there with a tall thing in it, so that'll mask it.
Shelter away from frosts. But it says it's hardly to -15.
Yeah.
So I mean it might get burnt by a frost, but it won't kill it.
Yeah, because there's that huge one
along the road.
Up the road.
But it could be that the part of the garden doesn't get a bad frost. Right, we need to come up with a plan for it, but we might not manage that today.
No, so we can just move it out of our way just now.
Right, so this is the bigger one and that's
this
the
is
smaller.
The short one. So the short one was
there.
meant to go at the back.
The back, okay.
Yeah, the bigger
I got
one.
It the wrong way round.
Yeah, the bigger one was to go down this side. So we'll just pop it in places now because we'll
have to level them.
Well, we'll have to level them, but we'll also probably end up shuggling about and going, right, how far out do we want to go?
What I want to do as well is not quite put them in place proper so that I can get a snap and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Right, and then I'll go this way. It was modular, we said. It's in 3 bits. So there's obviously the corner aspect, which is these two. So now you can see why they're different sizes. And then this little one is going to go in front. Now we suspect we're going to have to do a lot of levelling because this ground here is uneven and it slopes in multiple directions. So, but we'll put things together and we'll see. So straight away we can see that it's going to need a shim because it's running downhill. I'll get the level, just, you know, for a laugh.
Yeah, it's because the whole garden runs away.
I know.
And this way.
So it needs to go like that. So it, oh, not as bad as we thought. A couple of centimetres.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually not as bad as I thought.
So I have got
This one, a centimetre. Our garden is so wonky. I don't even know what time it is. It's after lunchtime. One of the most annoying, difficult things about our garden is it's so uneven. It goes up and down hill in all different directions on the same spot. We've done our best to get it as level as we can, and I think if we kept going any more we'll just bin it. Next thing now is obviously get compost in it. Then once we've got some compost, we've got to go through all these pots and do replanting of what we're keeping, bulbs and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not a fun job.
No, it's going to get messy.
But you're wanting to tidy up this corner.
Yes.
So I'm going to get compost out of these bins anyway, so.
Which means I can move them over just a couple of inches, because I couldn't move them before because they were full and I couldn't lift them.
So if you help me get the compost out, it's a win-win. He's going that way.
Sorry. He steers like a supermarket trolley, that's why I had trouble moving.
I tell you what, he steers better than a B&Q trolley.
Not quite sure how I managed to miss that bit with my...
It maybe got caught and came out.
No, there were no staples in it at all. I clearly missed it in my stapling frenzy.
You were on a bit of a frenzy, so I'm surprised. Hurrah!
Do you want me to spread that out a wee bit?
Yeah. I'm trying to get fast before it falls. Do you know that thing where you want the good stuff from the bottom? And you're almost there.
And then it goes kaplooey.
Okay, I think that's all we're going to get from this bin.
Going this.
It's not the best stuff, but I figured because we've got other bits and bobs we'll mix in.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nutritious.
Yeah, or I can just scooch it along. I've just been breaking it up a wee bit with the hole just because it's wet. And so we still said we could have some of the nicer pots in the ducat, so if there are things that are in pots that we think actually we can just leave that in its pot just now, then we can. But I say we probably want to have a couple of shrubs in there.
Yeah, just for evergreen
for all year
and
round,
leaves
because we're going to put spring bulbs in there which will come up in spring. We've got what we might have some summery things, but it's so that it doesn't end up with nothing in it over the winter.
Is that? Yeah, that's a calendula.
Yeah,
so it's
so
just
it's
that
the
one.
same one. It's just it got very leggy because it was trying to fight its way to
the surface
light because of the primulas and petunias and things that were in there.
I'll take quite a bit of pots around it as well.
I'm not sure how big a root ball it has.
Yeah, but if I take as much as I can, just
to protect it, because it's very floppy, it might need a stake.
Where do you want to go?
I don't mind.
Right, what I'll do is I'll put it here.
Let's see about that one. Little dude.
So there you go. Right, this is where we need maths. So we're on day 3 of this project, but day 1 and 2 were over a week ago.
Yes, and then a massive storm hit and we couldn't do anything.
So basically, we thought this would be a wee day and we got all this done. We forgot we had just had COVID. It was really hard going. So over that weekend, we did 2 days doing this, and we got to this point. It's built, it's full of compost. We went round, there are certain plants that we have rescued that are in here now. There are more going to get put in later, but we've not filled it yet because...
bulb planting!
This is one of the homes we wanted for our bulbs. So we're going to try and get that done now, because we couldn't get out all last week because we had Storm Babette, or whatever it was called.
It was Babette.
And basically it was just super windy and mental rainy. So now we can get it going. So we've got a big box of bulbs. So just remind our lovely viewers, how many spring bulbs?
300.
They're not all going in here.
No, they're not going to fit because they've got to go in here and out front and over there and over there.
So we have 300, and that's to do all the spaces in both gardens, front and back. But this was one of our big focuses. We wanted to tidy this area up, but we wanted specifically to make it awesome to put bulbs in. Right, what we have to do then is work out what we have.
Yes.
When they're going to flower.
Yes.
And then work out what we want where. Thinking about colours and whens and stuff, yeah.
And heights.
So let's do this then. So we've got the Fabio tulips, so that's tulips. That's tulips lily. That's Christophe, so that's alliums.
And they're tallish ones, aren't they?
Well, we'll go through that in a sec. So that's anemone. That's alliums. Cilia.
They're short.
Alliums. Tulip. Tulips. Anemones. That never gets old. Believe it or not, tulip.
Really? Very small
Cilia.
bag.
Right, what we have then is some different plants. So it's anemones, iris, alliums, camellia, tulips. So here's one of the things then. So the obvious thing is colour.
Yes.
You might want a mix of colours, or you might have a scheme. So you'd be thinking that. Also, the height of them, because you don't want huge big tall things and then little things behind them. So you want to think about the height so that you'll be able to see everything the way it's meant to be. But also, when are they going to flower? I'm going to say possibly the alliums are going to be the tallest, so let's get the taller ones.
I've done.
Oh, cool.
I've arranged them by height. They're in height order.
Okay.
So these are the drumstick ones, so, which, as we know, get
very
tall. So they need to go at the back of
Right.
wherever, or if they're going in a border, into space, because they'll
Yeah.
do
They're
the
very
height.
thin as well, which is
Yes.
cool. Are you wanting any of them here, or are they for out front, or?
We've got 2 pots of those out front, so we're probably okay for out
Okay.
front. But if they're going to go here, they're probably, I would say
Back
that one,
there, yeah.
not that one.
Not the tall height.
No, but probably that bed there.
Okay.
But we wouldn't. There's 25 in a bag.
So we could put some in other places.
Yeah, I would say we put a few of those in there.
Okay.
So those are the tall ones.
Now the dumbstick alliums. They've got a funny name, haven't they?
Yes.
Yeah, those ones.
Cephalon.
They flower in March.
I think they were later than that this year.
Well,
but
okay.
They do that tall spike thing
Yeah.
for ages and ages and ages, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh look, it's doing a thing.
So remember, everybody's garden's different. So they might flower in March if you're down south on the southeast coast. Wee bit later up here, depending on your weather that year. Okay, cool. What else?
So these are Purple Sensations.
Oh,
so
these are
the
my
next,
faves.
These are the next height. These do 50 to 70 centimetres.
Okay,
And
and they're again March.
Yeah. Christophe are 30 to 50. So I think they're the
They've got a bigger head on them.
But are they the chunkier?
Yeah.
Or the
They're still tall, but they've got the chunkier head.
Yeah, so we've got two of those. And then we've got Marisol. Those are the blue and yellow ones.
Oh yeah, they're little
so
ones.
They're much smaller.
Yeah, they're little cute ones.
It says 20 to 70. I don't think ours got as high as 70. They quite
more
low.
20. But they flower earlier, so they're kind of February time, so that's quite good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right, okay, which ones do we want for in here then?
So I think we want some of these.
Okay, go for it. Yeah, this was a mistake.
You have to get back up again. They're very small bulbs, which is surprising considering how tall a plant
Yeah,
is.
tall but not chunky. Yeah, so they only have
Like
to put out
pickled
a thin
onion
shoot.
size. They look like pickled onions.
They're
in
small
fact.
pickled onions. I'd ask my money back.
What I'm thinking though is rather than just get overexcited and plant these ones and then get the next lot and plant those, if we lay them out on the surface where we're potentially going to put them, so that we don't end up with either too many bulbs in the one space, or think that we've planted something somewhere and then discover that we actually didn't. And be sitting watching that spot for 6 months going, why is there nothing growing?
You're just completely bulb shaming me, aren't you? These are all the things I've done.
I didn't say that.
I noticed you didn't go and get labels so we knew where things were once they were planted.
Oh yeah.
I'll get them.
Yeah, we should do that too.
Right, here we go. So what is the first one?
Just put drumstick allium.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I found with these is I think they'll be better if we do them as a tighter
bundle.
group.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm thinking maybe do a little group there and plant them reasonably close together, because they'll then support each other
With the wind.
in the height.
Yep. Defo.
And then maybe a group in here. I'm going to put them in the back there.
It's very specific planting, darling.
Yes.
So
So those are very tall, very slim. They'll go green and purple eventually.
Yeah, I really
But
like my Christophe and my Purple Sensation.
Right, so we probably want some of these. So that's Purple Sensation.
Cool.
You've got 10 of those.
Oh, am I getting to do it? Cool.
Oh, you can lay them out where you want though. And these are the Christophe. Oh, these are big
Now,
ones.
I was going to say, this is your normal size of an allium.
Yes.
So these are proper sized.
But how?
3 times.
Yeah, no, I meant how,
How
no,
tall
we're not
do they
planting
get?
them yet, we're just laying them out, remember?
So mine get about 50 to 70 centimetres. That is true. These were quite tall last
These
year.
are 15 to 20, no, that's 15 to 20 depth. Height 30 to 50. So these are quite short. So these would be okay in the top actually.
That could be nice.
Because these are the, if I remember rightly, these are the little sort of stocky ones.
Uh-huh.
I'm maybe going to put 3 in a group up here. But I think we probably want to go
Tulips next.
tulips.
So we have quite a nice mix.
Yeah.
So the lily flowering mix, these are a mix of colours. There's yellows and blues and stuff in there.
Okay.
So we've got 20 of those.
Okay.
The little tulip, Little Beauty, these only get 10 centimetres tall.
Oh.
These are nice little ones. So they might be nice around these lower levels.
Yeah.
We have Tulip Humilis. Oh my god.
Oh, that's the white.
Corullia
Yeah,
oculata alba, so it's white and it's only 10 centimetres.
Yeah, that's the short white one with the purple centre.
Right. Oh yeah. They're maybe good for a pot. So will we go here with them?
Yeah, so we want... I'll just call it Alba Tulip. Because
Alba homunculus.
No, I can't write that much in the label, there's not space.
Everything in there. So this is Little Beauty then. We've got 15 of these, 10 to 20 centimetres high again. I was just thinking here would be nice.
What did you say, Little Beauty?
Now, I'm just looking at what we've got, so we can do a little bit of lasagna planting. So we can intersperse. So we'll have these, which are Christophe. Oh, the drumsticks, because they're really thin.
Yeah, you could go in amongst them. Little Beauty. Tulip.
How are we feeling
I think that's probably enough for there.
for this bit?
Yeah.
So we'll get these planted, and then we've got our little cyclamen things that we're going to put in just to finish off, because these bulbs will be brilliant in spring, but right now there's a lot of bare soil.
Yeah.
So cyclamen, flower in winter, they'll be awesome. Okay. Pop quiz.
Planting depth.
Planting depth is
3 times the size of the bulb.
3 times a bulb. How do you know which way up it goes?
Pointy side up.
Pointy side up, on you go. Oh, here's an easy thing actually. So, you've seen in other years I've went round with a bulb planter.
Yeah.
Hori Hori's awesome because you just drop it in. So if you need it.
There you go. And it's got a handy measuring device on the back.
Has indeed.
So I can go, that's that, so I need to go 1, 2, 3, so I need to go down to 100. Haha. There you go, little guy. 1. Right, don't lose the label. It's because it's this new soil, it's actually quite
Easy to plant
loose.
in.
Is that everybody?
Almost. This is the fun bit because now we have to try and plant stuff on top of bulbs. So cyclamen are a favourite of ours. We've got them all over the beds. They get really big, you dig them up, you divide them, you've got extra free plants for the garden. Quite reliable. They'll flower a wee bit in winter and they'll have foliage all year round. If you're clever, you'll see here, we always choose the ones that have this variegated foliage. So even when there's no flowers, you've got this interest of the green and the different colours.
I'm trapped, I can't get out. Help me.
Nope.
Alright then, fine.
Sorry, my plants need me. always the delicate bit. I've just planted bulbs, so you have to remember where they were. Ta-da!
Looks pretty good.
Like I say, you can see a lot of soil just now, but it was exactly the same as when we built Dahlia. You don't want to overfill it straight away because plants need space to grow, and trust me, they will grow into things, so this is going to fill out faster than you think. But yeah, so we've got lots of flowers and shrubs that we rescued, if I can remember what they all are.
That's a viburnum. I can't remember what that one was called.
No. There'll be a label in the house because that's useful. The sedum we're probably going to have to move, we think. We'll see how it goes. Pot marigolds that we discovered in amongst things, and they basically were getting hidden. So we've pulled them out and we've brought them in, given them some space. Hebe, because I love my Hebes. Yeah, and we've just added some spring bulbs and some cyclamens just for some colour now in winter, because we like colour all year round. That is Colourful Corner. Brand new planter build, and I will get all those details for you on the materials needed. Kate's said that I can share her plan for the whole build and everything. There you go. Spring bulbs then. If you haven't ordered yours yet, there's a video of ours arriving and you can find out all about what we've planted. But also, if you haven't ordered yet, code in the description of the video and here, you can get 10% off if you buy your bulbs with Farmer Gracie, because who doesn't like a bargain? See you folks.